There are things that I love and hold dear to my heart. They are just borrowed, they are not mine at all. Jesus, only let me use them to brighten my life. Oh, remind me, dear Lord.
I just want to tell you a little bit about Henry Robinson. His professional career began at 21 years old in 1979. One of the most dynamic groups in Jamaica called Unique Vision is who he started with. Today he plays the keyboard for the band, and he's also the musical director. Now, Mr. Robinson is a man of many talents. He not only does that, but he also does background music for various artists in Jamaica, and he also does keyboard for them. He has toured extensively over the last 25 years in places like Russia, Mexico, Korea, and different cities in the United States, and he's also toured in the Caribbean. We at Silver Lining consider Mr. Robinson an asset to us, and we really thank him especially for helping us produce this album. So much to thank him for.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome Mr. Henry Robinson and his lovely wife. Henry, we at Silver Lining Promotions, we are privileged to present to you this plaque. And before I give it to you, I will just read what it says. An award of merit presented to Henry Robinson in recognition of the outstanding contribution to Silver Lining Promotions. And then it says, all we send into the lives of others comes back into our own. Destiny that makes us brothers and sisters, neither go their way alone. April 25th, 2004. Mr. Robinson.
Thank you so much, thank you so much. And I must say, thanks be to God.
My name is Howard Mahoney, founder and CEO of Silver Lining Promotions, a management promotional company here in Canada. Our primary objective is RAP, meaning recognize, appreciate, and promote. We have had the privilege of working with several gospel artists and partnering them with Mr. Henry Robinson of Unique Vision. Mr. Henry Robinson passed away July 7th, 2022. And in the words of a famous songwriter, if I could help somebody as I pass along, then my living is not in vain. Mr. Henry Robinson's living certainly was not in vain.
Oh, there are things that I love and hold near to my heart.
Barbara Jones, one of Jamaica's premier reggae artists back in the 70s and 80s, started Silver Lining Promotions, whereby we would manage, promote, and produce her gospel musical career. In 2000, Barbara Jones introduced Silver Lining to Mr. Henry Robinson of Unique Vision. Mr. Henry Robinson arranged and produced Barbara's second gospel album, first for Silver Lining, titled Thank You, Lord, for Your Blessings. He again produced Barbara's third gospel album, second for Silver Lining, fittingly entitled So Much to Thank Him For. Due to the quality of the production and of course Barbara's ability, those two albums became world-renowned and gained numerous awards for Barbara Jones. As a result of the introduction to Henry, Silver Lining was able to partner several gospel artists with him and launch their careers. These artists include Donna Thompson-Hall, L.G. Morgan, Tashara Briscoe, Karen O'Shea from Sri Lanka, Aaron Burrell, Nathaniel White, Asian Germinal. Unfortunately, Barbara Jones passed away in 2014.
I'd rather have Jesus
Donna Thompson-Hall, a dynamic singer, signed with Silver Lining Promotion in 2010. We collaborated with Henry Robinson, who produced her first gospel album, Ultimate Source. These albums garnered Donna several awards and subsequently allowed her to travel worldwide ministering the gospel in songs. In 2013, Mr. Robinson produced Donna's second album, God is Simply Awesome, on the Rare Diamond label. In 2012, L.G. Morgan signed with Silver Lining Promotions, and he said it was a great experience when we introduced him to Mr. Henry Robinson. Henry produced his first gospel album, Be Grateful. Mr. Morgan is glad to say a legend like Henry Robinson is a big hand in this project. One of the songs on the album, Mash Down Satan, reached the #1 spot for 5 consecutive weeks on the Science Broadcasting Radio, reaching #1 in Mellow FM radio, and it also hit #1 in Glasgow, Scotland, the United Kingdom. L.G. Morgan offers a big thank you to Henry Robinson and condolences to his family. Tashara Briscoe began her musical career as a background vocalist with L.G. Morgan. Recognizing her natural talent while recording L.G.'s album with Silver Lining Promotion, Silver Lining signed her to a contract, and Mr. Robinson arranged and produced her first gospel album, Never Gonna Give Up. Tashara released her sophomore gospel in 2016 titled Ready to Make a Change. She subsequently released a single titled Have a Little Faith, which gained popularity internationally and more than 11,000 views on YouTube. Karen O'Shea began her musical career at a tender age of 8 in her homeland in Colombo, Sri Lanka. She has owned many musical speech and drama awards. She also held lead roles in popular musical productions. Karen is a classical trained singer, a concert performer, and the children's musical educator. She signed with Silver Lining Promotions in 2014 and was introduced to Mr. Henry Robinson, who arranged and produced her first gospel album. Aaron Burrell is a Toronto-born and bred artist, and at a young age was introduced to Silver Lining Promotions. Upon recognizing his talent, was introduced to Mr. Henry Robinson, who produced his first gospel album titled Thank You for Blessing Me. Since then, Aaron Burrell has traveled through the United States and Canada promoting or ministering the gospel through songs. Mr. Nathaniel White from Ocho Jamaica, signed with Silver Lining Promotions in 2017. His personal relationship with Christ began at a very tender age. He started performing in concerts, local and national competitions. He said, "It has not been an easy walk for me, but he is determined to keep his eyes on Jesus." Hence, the title for his first gospel album with Silver Lining, produced by Mr. Henry Robinson, Keep Your Eyes on Jesus. An album which is a compilation of songs and covers of various gospel favorites. "14-year-old Aisha Germano was introduced to Silver Lining Promotions in 2019. While conversing with Henry, he created 3 tracks with the intention of pushing her musical career. These tracks include God Put the Rainbow in the Sky and a medley of courses titled Someday. Now 17 years old, Aisha's career is poised to explore the stage as her future looks extremely promising and bright. The homegoing service for Mr. Henry Robinson on the 26th of August in Kingston, Jamaica. And here at home, in remembrance and honoring Mr. Henry Robinson, Silver Lining will be putting on a benefit concert on the 17th of September at Revival Time Tabernacle, which is located at 4340 Dufferin Street in Toronto. 100% of the proceeds will be allocated to Mr. Robinson's estate. The artists participating in this concert were all previously managed by Silver Lining and produced by Henry Robinson. They will be donating their time and talent for this worthy cause.